Hello and welcome to the PivotBoss Premium Membership. My name is Frank Ochoa and I am the founder of PivotBoss.com, and I'm also the author of the book Secrets of a Pivot Boss. And let me say thank you for becoming a premium member. What I want to do with this video is to show you all the key things about the site that you'll want to keep an eye on, including the pre-market reports, the post-market reports, and also tell you about the reports themselves and where to find those key levels, including the targets that I put out for daily, weekly, and monthly levels for each of the futures contracts we follow, and then also what the different sections are designed to do in terms of giving you information for the upcoming day or even the next several days in the market. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started with a tour of the new PivotBoss.com website. So right away you can see off the top here, Premium Membership. When you click on Premium Membership, you'll be brought to the Premium Membership page. Right here you can put in your credentials and log in. So let's log in. Click the login button there, and immediately you'll be brought to the Premium Dashboard. Now, as you can see right here, the Premium Dashboard is basically the home base for all your reports, analysis, education videos, research. It's going to be a home base for all of the various content that we'll be pumping into the Premium Membership page. Now, with this content right now, it's going to be something that's added along the way as the content is developed, but right now what we have are the current day's reports. So it says today's reports here, and you have Premium NQ for 9/12/2013. You also have Premium ES, crude oil, gold, and then you have the Premium Market Wrap from the prior session. Over here on the right nav as well, you have today's reports. So if you're anywhere else on the website, you can also always access the most recent day's reports right from the right nav. Also, there is a calendar right here on the sidebar, and on this calendar you can click on a specific day in the market, and that day will show you all the reports for that were written on that day. So if you hover over a session there, that's November 5th, you can see all the various reports that were written on that day. So when you click on a day, it'll actually bring you to all the reports that were written on that day. You can scroll down and see them here. So that's a really cool feature to go back and find information from prior sessions. The other thing here is you'll see your member details on the top right, and this is where you can click on membership details here and update your account. You can also log out directly from here as well. There's also an RSS feed link as well. Now along the top here you can also see once you are logged in, the membership tabs are now displayed. If you're not logged in, you don't see these various menus. Here's the Premium Dashboard. That's where we started off after we logged in. You also have pre-market reports here, post-market reports, and an unsubscribe button. If you want to click the unsubscribe here, this basically helps you cancel your membership if at any time you want to cancel. Keep in mind, once you subscribe, you are immediately unsubscribed at that time on the day that you cancel your membership. You don't get the full length of term that you paid for. That's just something that's built into the way PayPal does their transactions. So keep that in mind. If you sign up for a month, then keep it for a month and then decide to cancel at the end of that month so you get your money's worth. If you go back up to the Premium Membership now, you can see pre-market reports and post-market reports. If I click on pre-market reports, I'll get all the various pre-market reports that were written in the last day. You can see here. And then when you click on the bottom here, there's older posts. This will give you all of the various reports going backward as far as there's history for pre-market reports. So right now there's at least a good couple of weeks of reports to go back and filter through. Post-market reports, the same thing. Since there's only one post-market report per day at this time, you can see right here that basically it'll show you the last 5 days of these premium market wraps. And if you click on older posts, you'll also get the rest of those posts as far as you scroll backward. So that's how you access those. Another thing is by clicking on resources here, you have a PivotBoss glossary, economic calendar, futures specifications, futures expirations, and futures margins. These are just quick access menus that I use when I'm trading so that I don't have to hunt through various sites for that information. Let's start off with PivotBoss Glossary. When you click that, it'll pop up a page here with all the various terminology that I use when I am writing or speaking in videos. All of these can be found also in my book and in other writings that I've had throughout the website, but this is one good collection here. And right now it's only the names along with the acronym, but I will be adding definitions to those soon, in addition to charts and any other material that help you understand that concept down the road. When you click on Economic Calendar, immediately it'll take you over to Forex Factory, which is where I go for my economic calendar needs. If I click on None here, you can then highlight USD if you just want to look at the US market and apply the filter, and then it'll only pop up everything for the US market. So for September 13th, which is going to be the upcoming session, you can see the red high alert reports that will come out an hour before the market opens, in addition to the rest of the reports that will be released that day. So it's very important to understand what's coming out that session. Clicking the back button, you go right back to PivotBoss. So you can see right here we also have futures specifications, futures expirations, and futures margins, which are links that I'm always looking for when I'm trying to get the most recent margins or when a certain contract is expiring, etc. Those are great quick resource links right there for you, right at your fingertips. Now let's go ahead and look at the actual reports. I want to show a few things about these reports that make them unique and things that you want to pay attention to so that you can get the most utility out of them. So here's the premium market wrap. This was the most recent market wrap that I wrote for 9/11/2013. If you click on premium market wrap, you can see that the report is brought up right here, premium market wrap. And what I do for the premium market wrap is basically try to either give you some updated information about the upcoming market, so providing market outlook or commentary for the upcoming day, or I try to provide some insight on what transpired in the prior day and use it as a teaching moment. So there's a couple of different things that I'll do for the market wrap. So for the post-market reports, I'll say, hey, this is what could happen tomorrow in this particular contract, or I'll say, hey, this is what happened today and this is how I wrote about it, this is the trades we took, or this is the setup that transpired and this is why. So when you see this here, you can see the gold contract right here. I talk about the narrow day range and how on this particular day, the day's trading range was 50% less than its 10-day average of 26 points, and you can see that small candlestick right there. So if you click on the chart, it'll actually expand it for you, and then you can see the various things I'm pointing out. So I'm talking about how this day's range was 50% smaller than average, and that usually leads to a high range day in the upcoming session. I also talk about the indicator here, which I will be creating a resource for indicators and shared files as well among premium members, so that you can share files with each other and I can provide indicators as well and various files that you can use in your trading. This will be one of them. It's not there just yet, but it will be. And what you see right here is basically I'm talking about how the small range day can lead to a high range day, as it did the prior day in here. And this could happen in the upcoming day, and 1350 is a big time zone to watch. So this is what I do every single day when I'm looking at this. I'm trying to give you an understanding, either a teaching moment, or I'm trying to give you key levels to look for. So I said swing targets. As of right now, an upside break through 1370 has weekly bull targets here. A downside push through 1356 has a weekly bear target at 1341.9. So that's how I derive the targets, is by looking at this matrix here. These are the PivotBoss ADR method targets for monthly and weekly charts, and these are designed to have ideas for swing trades, even position trades, because obviously if you have monthly targets in mind, weekly targets in mind, you can trade to those zones and build a kind of a roadmap on how you're going to approach the market, get a game plan on where your entries are, and then look for those targets that play favorably with those entries. So right here you can see I have the S&P 500 E-mini, bull and bear targets. This is the MH would be the monthly high and the monthly low. This is the average monthly range. I like a 10-month average range. And for the weekly range, I'll use a 5-week average. So over the last 5 weeks, what is the average range? This is the weekly high, WH, weekly low here, and then this is the current range of the week. So if we look down here, we can see that I was calling for a big breakout from gold. I called down here as 1341.90 as the weekly bear target. That's the next level to be reached. And you can see right here, down here, if I scroll to gold futures, there it is right there. It's 1341.90. It had already hit the 1355.2. That was a zone as well. But you can see that these two right here are going to be the 75 and 100% ADR method targets. And that's going to be the same for the monthly. So whichever one is closest to price, basically that's the 75% target. The farther target is going to be the 100% range target. Those are the two targets I use for monthly and weekly. They work just fine, especially the 75s. They have a high percentage of accuracy. Hundreds are not always reached, but it gives you an idea of where price could go on average. And sometimes they're exceeded, sometimes they're not hit, but they're always very, very close. That's why I use these targets. They're self-adjusting to volatility, and they're very, very good. All right, so now if we look at some pre-market reports, rather, these pre-market reports are 4 reports every morning, and right now there are 4 reports in the morning. I'm getting feedback from members about when they would like the reports to be delivered, so I'm going to take that into consideration. But as of right now, I release 4 reports every morning. I release, the first report is gold report, which goes out generally about 30 minutes before the gold market opens, the RTH market. Premium CL goes out again about 30 minutes before its market opens. And then the ES and the NQ both come out about 20 to 30 minutes before their respective RTH opens. So that's how I try to get these out in the morning. And if you click on one of these, for example, if we click on crude oil, we'll be brought to the crude oil report. So what I like to do here is start off with a quote there and show you what I said in the prior period of time. Sometimes it's right, sometimes it's not. Most of the time, it's pretty right on the money. But what I'll do is I'll link to that post. So if you see here at the bottom of the browser window, you'll see a link that pops up. This is actually clickable. I know it's not underlined right here, but it's actually clickable, so you can go back and actually view the report and what was said. And typically I like to highlight what was said here and give you an update on what happened. It's almost like watching, a sitcom, and before, or a movie or something, before they start the movie, they show you what happened in the prior episode. And that's what I'm doing here, is what happened before, and this is how it played out. And then I'll give you some analysis. I'll put up a pertinent chart that relates to what's going on. In this case, I talked about an inside bar relationship that could lead to a breakout. We're stacked and sloped to the upside, so I was thinking upside break. And I said, hey, if the 730 lows continue to hold, I think there will be an upside target at 109.08. That was the primary target. 109.67 was the full range 100, and 110.26 was the extended target. So if I look down here, again, this is our key levels and our ADR targets. So this has information for daily and weekly targets, including the ADRs, the overnight high and low, and the weekly high and low. I put these overnight highs and lows before the market opens so that we know where the high and low is, and then we start basing our targets based off those key pivots in the chart. Over here on the weekly targets, these should mirror exactly the targets that I had the prior night, unless there has been a difference in a weekly high or low since that time. And the daily targets here, there are 4 targets, and these are all based off of average daily range of 50%, 75%, 100%, and 125% calculations. They all start like a ladder, so it's the lowest prices on the bottom and the highest on top. Since these are the bull targets, this is the closest bull target to price. This would be a 50% calculation, 75, 100, and 125. These are the bear targets. Since this is the highest bear target and it's below current price, then this one is the 50%, this one's 75, 100%, and the 125% calculations. On the far left, you see key levels. And this is what I call the key levels ladder. And basically, this shows you all the levels that are important in price, and you can see that there's sometimes it's a wide spread. It's 106.95s here is the prior day's low, all the way up to 112.33, which is the monthly H4 Camarilla pivot. And you see all the levels right here: a low volume node, program levels, prior day high, volume point of control, the prior day settlement or close price, the RTH or regular trading hours midpoint, a 50% fib level from a key swing high or swing low, an extended trading hours midpoint, which is the overnight midpoint, and a prior day low. So again, all of these can be found, or the majority of these can be found under the resources tab for PivotBoss glossary. And these are the key levels here. When I talk about a program level, this is going to be a level that's extremely important in the chart, and a zone that you're going to want to continue to watch because it could offer some significant movement. All of these levels are designed to be extremely important pivots in the chart, so that when they're tested, you should see some type of reaction, whether it's a bounce reaction or a break. And all of the analysis that I put above is generally geared toward identifying key levels using these levels on the left, and trying to identify important intraday pivots in addition to swing and position trades. So I'm not always going to be talking about day trades, swing trades, or position trades. I'm going to talk about everything as it comes, because not only am I trading, minute to minute, I'm also pulling swing trades. I'm also trying to get into longer term moves as well, and that's how I approach it. So there's definitely something here for everyone. Additionally, I'm not just trying to feed you levels or feed you trades. I'm trying to educate as well. So a lot of times I'm teaching throughout these reports, and that's why they have a lot of good knowledge behind them, because you can go back and reference them as well. The other thing is down here, they're all tagged. You see the posts are tagged, and this is designed to help you quickly find information you're looking for. So if you want to see all the pre-market reports, click this tag, and it'll take you to every single pre-market report with that tag. If you only want to look at crude oil, for example, you can click on Premium CL. By clicking on that tag, every single Premium CL it comes up. So right here is also a premium market wrap because I focused on crude oil at that point. So every single post with Premium CL tag will bring up, will come up in that search. Additionally, you can see I have THU. Sometimes I have WED. These are days of the week. TUE, right? That's also TUE, and then this last one should be Monday. So these are days of the week. So if you want to see how the market has behaved on Mondays or Tuesdays or Fridays, for example, tomorrow is Friday. If I go back to a Friday, the recent Friday here, I can click on FRI there, and it'll bring up all the reports that I've written on Fridays, and you can search that way. The other thing is NFP, that's a non-farm payroll. So on days where the non-farm payroll number is important, or I'm talking about it, which is generally the first Friday of every month, you can click on that and it'll bring up the NFP reports that I've written there as well. So this site is designed to be easily and quickly searchable with all the things you need. I'm going to continue to build out the premium dashboard and include premium education as well. That is built into your price. I mean, you don't pay anything extra. I'm gonna bring in some videos, setups, indicators. I'll have a lot of different things, and most importantly, I'm trying to build a community here of traders with one cause, which is becoming better traders together and becoming successful. And I'm going to be adding some community aspects to the website as well, so that we can all communicate, share ideas, and make this, our premium experience. So that's the goal. I'm very, very excited about taking on this along with you, and I'm looking forward to continuing to hit this thing out of the park with these reports and in our trading. So thanks a lot for becoming a PivotBoss Premium member. I'm going to continue to work hard for you, and I'm looking forward to a fantastic fall 2013.